What's going on YouTube? Chase here in Aftershock Videos, and today for our next suggested deck profile we have the Nordics. Now, I tried my very best to try to kind of break this archetype, or at least make it like super good, but there is so many restrictive conditions and cards in this archetype, so this is about as good as pretty much it can be. So let's just go ahead and go for the card by card, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. First one I have on here is the Nordic Serpent. I am not going to try to pronounce that. This one is basically a trick that I want to see if I can get it to resolve. But basically it says, must be special summoned from your hand to your opponent's field in defense position while an Aesir monster is on the field. If no Aesir monster is on the field, destroy this card once while face up on the field. If this face up defense position card you control is changed to face up attack position, take 3,000. Now the thing about that is, if you somewhat like Nibiru Kaiju over there without the actual good effect of getting rid of a problem monster, is that if your opponent doesn't read the card or pay attention and they try to attack with it, they take 3,000 damage just by switching it to attack position. So I think that's kind of funny. So I just threw that in there just for that. Next we have 3 Alvis, the Nordic Alfar. This one if you banish this one and only this one with the Nordic Link monster, you can basically send the appropriate leveled monsters from your deck to the graveyard whose total level equals 10, and then you get to special summon an Aesir monster from your extra deck. So that one could kind of work around some conditions if you only have like 2 Nordic monsters in your hand. That way this one kind of follows you into the synchro plays. So that one's pretty good. So we'll get 3 of those in there. And here is pretty much the best card in the whole deck. It is Ivaldi, the Nordic Smith. I think this came out in Battle of Chaos. This one says if you control an Aesir or Nordic monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that's already an extender, so that one's really good. And then it says if this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Nordic relic card from your deck to your hand, which is okay, considering when you read the rest of the Nordic cards. Yeah, all right. But the first effect is amazing. Next we have 1 Vanadis, the Nordic Ascendant. This one is a level 4 tuner, so this one helps play into the synchros, obviously. Most of the effects on this doesn't really matter, so we're not even going to read it. Next we have the 2 goats, the Tangrisnir and the yeah. Their effects are nothing too special in like comboing off senses, but the white goat says if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon 2 Nordic tokens, which is okay, I guess. And then the other one says when a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is a little, it's a trade-off 1 for 1. Then it says once per turn when this defense position card is changed to face-up attack position, you can special summon 1 Nordic beast monster from your deck in defense position. That is if this card survives a turn. So not likely, but it is good just to get on the field for your normal summon to start getting into the Link one. Next we have 3 of the next okayest card. It is Nordic Beast Golan Bursty. This one says if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Nordic monster from your hand. Okay, pretty good. Then it says you can target 1 Nordic monster in your graveyard and then add it to your hand. Okay, so it is okay. So 3 of those, and it is a level 3 tuner. Next we have 3 Ash Blossoms for interruptions. We have 1 Mara of the Nordic Alfar. It says when using this card as synchro material, the other synchro materials must be 2 Nordic monsters in your hand. So it's a little conditional, but if you normal summon this one, then you have the Smith and the Nordic in your hand, you can synchro summon. So I guess that's okay. I have yet to do that, but it is a level 2 tuner. Next, we have 1 Valkyrie of the Nordic Ascent. This one kind of plays into the I forgot which synchro it is. I think it is Odin. Odin says once per turn you can make this card unaffected by spells or traps until the end of this turn. And then it says if this face-up card you control was destroyed by your opponent's cards and sent to the graveyard this turn, you can banish one Nordic Ascent tuner from your graveyard, special summon this card. So you use Foolish Burial, get it in the graveyard, and then if he dies, you could banish the Nordic Ascent and then special summon it. And then when you special summon it this way, which is all these hoops you have to jump through, you could draw one card. Whoop-de-doo. So next we have 2 effect veilers for interruption. We got an instant fusion to get into our Millenniumized Restrict. We got 2 Nordic Relic. Yeah. This one says you special summon 1 Nordic monster from your deck, which right there you think, oh, that's a great card. But then it says, but you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck except Aesir monsters while that monster is face up on the field. Now, having play tested this a few times, you for some reason, even if you have the appropriate materials, I don't know if EDO Pro is just broken, but it says, but you almost can't, like, say if you have the Alfar and the Smith, and say you want to get the Golem Bursty on the field, you can do that, but for some reason it does not allow you to go into your synchros. So I don't know if there's some sort of condition within some of these cards that I'm not seeing, which I've read these cards at least 12 times each. I don't know if EDO Pro read this and says, oh, you cannot summon from the extra deck or whatever, but for some reason that that doesn't play into that. So maybe this is better in person and EDO Pro just missed a ruling specification or something, but you know, just going by the restrictions that we have on here, this is kind of what happens. So, and then when this card is in the graveyard, you could banish this card and then add a Nordic monster from your deck to your hand, shuffle 1 card from your hand into your deck. So you're like thinking, oh, okay, banish it, you get to draw a card or add a card to your hand, but then you still got to shuffle 1 back into your deck. So it's, even with that, it's still not that good, but it is a searcher, however. Next, we have a Harpy's Feather Duster, a Rhoda to search the Nordic Smith. We've got a Pot of Avarice, because a lot of cards will be going in your graveyard, and that'll help you draw. Foolish Burial, as I said, a monster reborn to extend to get some of your plays. 1 Called by the Grave to interrupt Ash. We got 3 Infinite Impermanences. 2 Glipnir, the Fetters of Fenrir. Yeah. This is pretty bad. It's a trap, and it's a searcher. Add 1 Nordic monster from your deck to your hand. Why it has to be a trap is beyond me. We have 2 Ice Dragon's Prison. 1 Nordic Relic Menging Jord. Says target 1 Aesir or 1 Nordic monster you control. Its attack and defense become doubled its original attack and defense until the end of this turn. You're like, sweet. But you cannot attack your opponent directly this turn. So there are the restrictions again. And next we have 1 Nordic Relic Svalin. I believe this also came out of Battle of Chaos. It says if you control a Aesir monster, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn, which is really good. It says you can tribute 1 Nordic monster, then target 1 Aesir monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So that one, this is probably, you know, one of the better cards. Next, in the extra deck, we have 3 of the Gulvig, the Nordic Ascent. This one is a Link 1, and this one lets you banish up to 3 cards from your hand and or field, and if you do, special summon that many Nordic monsters from your deck in defense position. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Aesir monsters, nor normal summon set any monsters for the rest of that turn. So make sure you play these right, and I will show you how to do that. It says you can only use this effect once per turn. While this card points to an Aesir monster, your opponent cannot target that monster with card effects. Also, monsters your opponent controls cannot target this card for attacks. So basically, you can kind of see how this and an Aesir monster is going to be on the field, and you put it in the zone that the Link monster points to. They kind of protect each other. So it's a little conditional, as you can see. It says cannot special summon monsters except Aesir monsters. So once you commit 3 monsters that you somehow got on the field, I mean, that's pretty much it. Then next we have a Nightmare Phoenix for any follow-up plays. Same with the Unicorn Access Code Talker. Time Thief Redoer, we do got a few level 4s. Then you got Zeus, Steel Overlay. We got Loki, Lord of Aesir. It says once per turn, once per turn when your opponent activates a spell, trap card during your battle phase. Quick effect, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. So that one's pretty good, and the rest of them says you could banish a certain Nordic monster from the grave, or tuner from your graveyard, and then you can special summon this card that way. Same with the Thor. Got to banish a Nordic beast. So this one's a little bit more playable, as far as, because obviously it's going to get destroyed. And then Odin banishes a Nordic Ascent. So they all have their conditional things. Odin, you can make him unaffected by spells and traps during this turn. Thor, you can negate all effect monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of the turn. So monster effects are pretty much more of what you're probably going to be trying to negate. And then rounding off, we have the Millenniumize Restrict, just to take something our opponent controls and, off of instant fusion. So that's a deck, guys. I don't think you can get any better than this. I thought about some other things, but they just didn't play very well. So let's just go ahead and throw this into EDO Pro Duels, and let's just see what this deck can do. All right, guys, here we are in our first EDO Pro Duels match. Let's see what this deck is capable of. Now, I'm not expecting to win. I'm expecting to showcase the deck itself, but I don't think... let's see. Okay, so we'll normal summon the Golem Bursty. Get its effect to special summon. Let's see, effect Gamma. We'll Ash it. Okay, we get our special summon, get the Smith. Let's get a search off of Smith. Now he's gonna Gamma. Alright, well, we can still special summon the Nordic itself. Now we could try to go into the Link 1. Activate. We'll banish. Yeah, we're pretty screwed here. We needed that third monster. We'll do these. I guess we'll do all 3 of them. We'll get the Smith. He's a 4. We'll do the goats. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and we need another. And we'll do the Golden Burst. Yeah, about what I expected. Well, then we'll end phase. Nibiru definitely interrupts this deck hugely. Alright, so we're pretty screwed. Well, that's the card we kind of need, but it's going to get negated. Try to normal summon. The other thing we could do is activate it. It's going to get negated by Cyber Dragon Infinity. And that's game. So, don't know how much I expected out of that. But let's go ahead and try another one. So actually, I am going to add Nibiru to my deck. I'm going to take out one of these, and one of these, and the Nordic Relic. I'm going to add in 3 Nibirus, because I pretty much think that that's all we're going to be able to do to really survive. Because everybody else is going to be able to combo a whole bunch. We can combo a little bit. So I think Nibiru is our best bet. So we're going to add this to the deck as a last second change. And we're just going to see if that helps at all. Alright, here we are in our second duel with adding Nibiru to the main deck. Let's see if... Well, we didn't draw it, so that doesn't help. Let's search with Rhoda. Try to get a Smith. Awesome. Okay, we got the Smith. So we can kind of do the full thing. So let's normal summon the Golden Bursty. Can activate it. Get the goat. Then we can special summon the Smith. Add a relic to our hand. All right, next we can go into one of the synchros now, but we do want the protection of the Link monster, so we'll get rid of that. Link into that. We'll banish one, and let's get we need a level. We need another level 3. So let's get the Golem Bursty back. Now we can go into, let's do Thor. 1, 2, 3. Put him in the zone the Link card points to. We'll set an imperm, and we'll end the turn. That's basically almost any time you could do anything. This is basically the end board. So good thing we kept the Effect Veiler in hand. We'll Effect Veiler Stratos. We will imperm again. Get rid of that mass change. That's 2 negates we had. Still got Poly. Okay, great. Oh wait, he can't play it. He played it in the same zone. Oh, that wasn't too smart. Wow. Okay. Thank God he misplayed. Alright, so we got 1 win. And let's try one more and see what happens. Alright, here we are in our 3rd and final match to see if the Nordics are any good, which I highly doubt. We'll go first. We do have an Ash in hand, so that's okay. Definitely don't want to play that yet. Let's normal summon Elvis. We can activate Nordic Smiths. Grab from deck to hand a relic. Let's grab the Fallon. Set it. Let's get the extra deck monster. Let's get the Link, Nordic Ascent, activate it. We'll banish just him, just Alvis, and we'll special summon the goat. We'll activate Alvis as it's banished. We'll send Golden Burst, level 3, the Nordic, and the other goat. And let's get Thor. The monster zone it points to. Can't activate that. And we are done. Again, same end board. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's normal summon the Nordic Ascent. We'll activate the throne looking card. Let's grab a Golden Burst. Activate, add to hand. Let's grab the Smith. Now I don't believe we can special summon anymore. Oh, I guess we can. Okay. So I think this is good. Let's just set the instant fusion to kind of bait out anything. We'll battle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And main phase 2, got nothing. We'll end the turn. I can't believe we got this far. He must have absolutely nothing in his hand that he can use. Oh, sphere mode, really? Okay, activate Throne in the graveyard. We won't activate that yet. Add to our hand. Let's grab... You know what? I did say I wanted to resolve this one. This one's kind of funny. We'll send the goat. Okay. So now we can go into a link 2. 1, 2. Yeah. You know what? Let's pitch the Ash. I think we won this. Get rid of the Metal Reflect Slime. We pretty much won. So we'll just kind of add some insult to injury somehow. Activate this trap. Okay. I guess we'll just try to attack then. Well, that was a little anticlimactic, but we gotta win. I can't believe... I'm speechless. Like, I did not think we were gonna get those. All right, well, there you have it. It's pretty much a crapshoot with the Nordics. Not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite deck. It is very circumstantial. It loses to pretty much any interruptions, Nibiru, Ash, anything like that. But, I mean, it's okay, I guess. If you just pray your opponent, you know, bricks in his hand or something. But it is what it is. Not every archetype is going to be top tier. So, I'm glad I tried these out, though. Kind of figured out what they do and how they play, so I'm not going to be too upset about it. But there you have it, guys. There is the Nordic archetype deck profile. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you play these, let me know if there's any other strategies that can kind of make this a little bit better. If I did anything wrong, I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. But this was another fun challenge. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a ton to me. Don't forget to check out our merch store. We got all kinds of cool stuff there. Give me a follow on Instagram. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon. Link for all that below in the description. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.